Okay. I have a few more things to get in order, but I figured I would just like chat as I got stuff kind of ready to go. I am going to do a bunch of work because I have to do work, and apparently the only way I can really make myself do it is by filming myself do it, which doesn't make me feel great, I'll be honest, but I'm trying to be less self-judgmental and more helpful to myself. I made a coffee. I made a latte. Um, I have my work tasks written down. I think I'm gonna journal for the first 20. Hello, thanks for being here. I'll still have the timer on and everything like that. I think I'm gonna keep stuff pretty aimed down at the keyboard. I'm mostly just saying this to remind myself to do that. Hello. I'm gonna get working in a bit. But yeah, I have so much to do. But apparently there's a new moon in Pisces, and while I don't fully like, I got an astrology reading last year that made me lose my mind a little bit because she pointed out that I have anger issues in the nicest way possible. But it sometimes when things keep getting said, I'm like, oh, that has to do with my sign. There's a new moon in Pisces. Everybody's saying that it's like good time to manifest and all this stuff. And like, well, manifestation, I have some leftist critiques of it in terms of like, I don't think it's good to tell people that they can just like think their way out of systemic oppression. I do believe in the power of like positive thinking, figuring out what I want. So I am going to do some of that in my journaling. So I'm going to journal for the first 20 minutes, and I'll start that in like probably like the next 3 or 4 minutes. And then we'll do some chatting, some breaking. And yeah, if you have stuff you're working on, get ready. Think through what you want to do. I have so much work. Like literally I have like 4 hours of work to do. So there's part of me that's like, I'm going to be here for a while. So feel free to come back. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. I think this is like one of the things that I want to really make sure I'm doing is like doing things that I feel right now, like if I benefit from it, there's a likelihood that other people benefit from it. So I want to keep providing those like opportunities and spaces. I'm happy to chat for like the next few and then get going because I think like settling into the right headspace is a good important part of this. If anyone has any like color requests, I can change the lighting. And that's always a fun way to do it. I was watching Heated Robbery before this. Shocking to no one. I haven't watched it in a while. So it was actually kind of shocking to me that I was like, oh, I'm going to put this on. It's like, and not take notes. Should we go pink? Is that fun? We'll do like a jazzy pink. Okay. Hell yeah. Glad everybody's got stuff to do. That'll be fun. It's always nice to do things with other people. You can build community anywhere. Okay. I have to put the milk in the fridge because I just made a latte. Ugh, I hate having so much work to do. It stresses me out sometimes how much I kind of give myself to do in one go. But that's just life sometimes. I don't have the good sound on quite yet because I'm charging my phone. So I'll plug it in probably once I'm typing because I enjoy the keyboard ASMR that I get. I don't know if other people do, but I certainly do. Okay, I don't. Oh, what is happening? I don't love that. Orange, is that? It's not pink enough. I've made a bunch of these, which is helpful. But sometimes it's just fun to go through and like see what we've got. I think Galaxy is good. I think Galaxy is fun. We'll go with I'm feeling the pink. I do have a pink mouse and I do have a pink keyboard this week, so I love having a theme. I love a theme, and color for me is one of the like best things. I would say like investing in the best investments I made while I was in the throes of my shopping addiction basically. was the Philips Hue lights. And I'm sure that other systems are just as good and way cheaper. But I will say they have like incredible, like useful, like incredibly useful things that I just really enjoy. And there's so much to it. Okay, great. Pomodoro timer. I'm going to journal. I'm going to do some manifesting in my journal. And by manifesting, I mean like focusing on what I want from the now, the future, things that I maybe haven't considered, that I should be considering, ways I want to feel. I'm like, do people want journal prompts? Would that be fun? I forgot how much I write a prompt every week, but like they're about work. It's not the same. Okay, you can see the timer. Great. Hope everyone is enjoying just listening to me ramble and set this up. I am gonna light a candle. Yeah, I really like the scent. And I don't currently know where my lighter is, so I'm just gonna use another long match. Ooh. I actually have to go buy weed later. I'm running out. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos being like, you have to use more lighting than you do. You cannot work by candlelight alone. And I was like, this is not by candlelight alone. There's like 4 lamps around me at all times. Okay. Great. We've got 20 minutes on the clock and a candle going. Good luck, everyone, with whatever you're working on, and I'll chat to you in 20 minutes. right. $16.50 is a pretty good record for my journaling. I really wanted a coffee that whole time. I won't chat more until break, sorry. Okay. Gonna have myself a real good time. I feel like I forget people can hear me. I'm just so used to singing Queen to myself as I do work. Okay. Oh wow, I straight up just got coffee on my keyboard. Sick. Doing great. Ooh, that tilted at some point. Okay, let's see. And the world turning inside out, yeah. I keep getting copyright claimed by Crave. Okay. And the world turning inside out, yeah. Floating around in ecstasy, so. Ooh, 30 seconds until break. Congratulations on working. We're almost there, everyone. I'm gonna put in the good sound. I haven't gotten over how cute I find this. I'm sorry, I'm talking and stuff, letting everybody concentrate. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. We have reached the first break. I love that ding dong sound, that bing boom. It's also the sound that you can use on Mural, which is what I'm about to do. I'm gonna do some project management. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so sorry. I have to do an annoying thing. Hopefully nobody gets motion sick. Okay. My tripod doesn't let me reset it unless I go all the way around, and it is just what it is. Okay, if you're working along, take a break. Be sure to actually take a break, because then you'll be able to work for longer. Sometimes I think about doing 15 minutes and then 3 minutes. Hello, Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire? Am I saying that correctly? That's fun. I'm about to do project management for a little while, and it's self project management. I wrote a lot about manifesting, a little bit. I don't know. I wrote one sentence. I wrote one sentence in my journal I'm willing to share, because I was like, oh, that's so true. The only thing standing between me and my dreams is hard work, which does feel like something that a CrossFit athlete would say, but I believe it. And I'm willing to work hard. And what working hard looks like for me right now is actually showing up and doing the things I say I'm going to do and working on both my businesses, and just making sure that I'm like actually making the videos I say I'm going to make, things like that. Not the fun videos, although I don't know. I feel like there's part of me that's like, I still have so much to say about Heated Rotary, but I don't think I have any more short form content to make about it. Like, I think I've said everything I can say in short form content about that show, actually. I think it's going to be long form for most of it, but I think I'm going to try to do like one long form video a week at least and let myself post more than that. Obviously, it's like if I get hit by the bug. But I've been doing this thing in my head where I'm like, long form content needs to look a certain way. It's got to be edited. No, it doesn't. Like, I need to lower that bar for myself. Sorry, excuse me. So that's my next kind of mission. I'm gonna change the lighting because the pink is nice, but it's a little sleepy for what I need. Should we go Ocean Dawn? That's always kind of pretty. It's like purpley. Thank you for the blessings. The mini desk vacuum my friend got for me, so I actually can't say. This is the brand XREXX. I for my 30th birthday, my best friend got me this vacuum, which I love and I keep on my desk, and it's like rechargeable at the top. And my sister got me a Dyson, and I was like, yeah, I am 30. Everyone has decided to get me vacuums for my birthday, which I love and appreciate and use every single day. Practical, lovely, incredible. Okay, the reason I don't have full episode reactions is because I do not understand how people are making these without getting copyright struck to hell. Like, I can't even post things with clips in it. I don't. Do people like do live streams of it and then like upload those to Patreon and then just do clips for YouTube? Like, this is where me not having any awareness of how other people do things and seemingly no willingness to find this out. Like, I feel like I tried to find it out at one point and then I was just like, this seems complicated. But like, I can't even have things like in the lives when I play clips and I'm talking about them the whole time, I get copyright strikes. So like, I just don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to do it or how. But I'm happy to make those things, honestly. Part of why I probably would be a nightmare is because but yeah, I don't know. I used to subscribe to things to get the like director's commentary versions of things like that. And I subscribe to Blank Check Patreon, which is that, even though I've never synced it up. Actually, did I do that? I think I synced up one of their audio commentaries. I think I synced up the Ocean's 11 commentary because I was just like in a mood. Fucking love the Blank Check podcast. Yeah, I don't like, I feel like some of my shorts have gotten copyright strike. Like I back when I was filming my TV a lot, I think the clips used to be longer or something. So like I've had to learn that way. But this is good to know. Okay, we've got 3 seconds, 20 more minutes work, and we'll chat after that. Have fun, everyone. paper. Ugh. God, so much of life. There you are. Hi, Weem. Hi. You enjoying your life? Yeah. This is page 1. This is page 2. I'm having a good time, having a good time. To find the laws of gravity. Okay, well, this is brilliant. Ooh, can I just like flip these upside down and put them in the notebook? Would that work? I wouldn't hate that. Okay, that's a good idea. Some of the stuff I just don't need. Oh, wow. These are all notes on the Gilmore Girls episode of Vineyard Valentine. And I forgot about them, and I'm going to take them out of this and put them somewhere that I'll use them. I have so much to say about a Vineyard Valentine. Okay. Great. This is just actual loose leaf paper. Wonderful. This is paper I'm going to flip upside down and put in my scrap paper notebook. I don't need to narrate this. I don't know why I am. Don't stop me now. Amazing, sweetie. Not where I thought it was. Interesting. Now that is a question. Okay. Oh my God, congratulations. We made it to break. You can stop working. I have gotten caught up in doing organization, which is good, but not necessarily what I thought I was going to be doing. Um, but the thing about organization is like, if you don't do it as you go, you got to spend a bunch of time doing it at some point. And it's good to remember that you can do that at any time. I'm also trying to like not waste as much paper in my adult life. And so I'm like going through and flipping things upside down. Um, and also it's out of necessity of like, I don't have the money to buy a bunch of new paper right now. Um, so that's going into it as well, which is fine. It's honestly good. Um, Paper is one of those things that, like, because it is so abundant, I often don't do a great job of treating it like a precious resource, and it is. Um, my family used to joke when I was a kid that I had to become like a stationery designer person, and somewhat. I mean, it's not ironic; it's like kind of expected, but I feel like that has happened several times where um, good brain clear, I've attempted to turn the places that I work into um, into stationary companies. And I've almost succeeded several times. Facilitator cards, I think, could easily become one. Um, Ooh, I'm gonna plug in my desk, something I never do, because maybe I'll do some standing desk time today. I just had the printer plugged in because I have been a terrible friend and I haven't read my friend's writing that she sent me a while ago. And it's because it's a lot and I want to be like really careful. Oh, hell yeah. That's so true. Yeah, like when you look at my favorite, this is a joke from my stand-up set. One of my favorite things is if you wait long enough, your diary just becomes a primary resource. When you look back through like old diaries and the way that people used to like write in one direction and then write in the other direction over it. And it seems like really intense, but then I'm like, yeah, of course they did. Like paper was hard. Like we weren't manufacturing things on that big of a bait. Like it's kind of like the history of books. It's really fascinating to me. And like how the book industry basically like collapsed out from under itself like 3 times before it finally hit. And a big part of that was that there wasn't enough, like, not enough people could afford to buy books basically in one town. So, like, the places that they ended up selling books, um, like, the most were port towns and things like that. So, that was really important to understand. In terms of like history is fascinating in so many ways. I fucking love history. I was a history. I thought I was going to double major in writing and history after I got to college and realized that I did not want to do documentary filmmaking, which is a decision I stand by. But I ended up getting a history minor because I ended up enjoying my politics classes a little bit more, and I probably would have gone and done grad school for history had I not seen a bunch of my friends go to grad school. And been like, you know what? I don't think grad school's for me, actually. Thanks, I'm all set on that. And I'm still proud of that decision, even though now everyone's favorite thing when you like don't have, oh no, break's over already. Everybody's favorite thing to recommend when you're like not exactly sure what you're doing with your life, like right now, is to be like, well, you know, are you thinking about grad school? And it's like, why the fuck would I think about spending so much like, and I don't know, somebody once told me this, and like I don't think it's true necessarily, but I think it's a pithy line, is like, if you pay for grad school, you didn't spend long enough figuring out how to get somebody to pay you to go to grad school. Which I do find is like a funny line. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna take this little divider. I'm gonna put my scrap paper at the back of this binder. And then at some point in the next few weeks, I'm gonna go to Muji and get another binder. And that way I can have an even more organized system. Okay. Notebook, my beloved.
It's important to like your own posts. Ah, not where I meant to go. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even think about that. That doesn't look great. Opening a new tab. God, I hate my website. First, I've been wearing the mic. It has been nowhere near my keyboard, so I'm so sorry if I've just been mouth breathing. All right, break time. I'll be honest. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to not feel overwhelmed by the amount of shit I have to do and the lack of quality of work. Um, literary translation is such a cool thing to go to grad school for. Everybody who I know who went to grad school did it for like a really specific purpose. Except for one person who did it to make up for her like lack of tenacity in college. I feel like she wanted to like prove to herself that she could like get through a degree without like having any of the issues she had had with getting her degree previously, which is great and admirable, but also like, but grad school, I mean, it's a cool way to open up opportunities for yourself, you know? But I feel very vulnerable admitting this, but I just feel like so behind in all of my work in a way that makes me not want to do any of it because I'm like, I'm never going to be able to like overcome this, which is just not true. I just have to panic about it a little first and then I'll overcome it. But I can tell that my habits have gotten worse. I can tell that like I am not nearly as efficient as I used to be. And I really want to be. I want to get back to that space. And the only way for me to do that is to work really hard. Um and I just haven't been working hard at all. So just suddenly like turning it on feels like it's not possible, but it's very possible. It's all up to me. And that's okay. I've done harder things, you know? Um But I have so much writing advice. Like one of my friends just started writing and she's been doing it for a few months now, and I'm really proud of her because writing, I think, is a really scary thing to, like, start doing, especially later in life, and I keep telling her things like, "You have to be non-judgmental of your past self, you have to just allow it to be what it is, and then, like, I have no ability to say that to myself, so I'm saying it to myself out loud right now, and then my brain can hear it. Talking out loud to yourself is, like, really helpful, and I feel like people don't know that, they feel really silly doing it, and part of it is that I live alone, so, like, when I talk to my cats, I'm talking to myself, like, whatever, but saying things out loud in positive ways, your brain then hears it, which is really helpful, and you, like, process it differently when you say it versus when you just think it, and I think all of that stuff is really fascinating. Um, I'm going through the Zoom thing that, like, this, like, series of emails that I made, like, 4 years ago, and I'm like, "All of these are good. Why didn't I polish these?" Like, what and it's just like, I don't know, it was fine, it's fine, these all went out, these all got read, all of them were written by me, a human being, so, like, yeah, they're not gonna be perfect, they also don't sound like milquetoast AI bullshit, which was stolen from other authors, so, like, everything's fine. Um, that's such a good way to do it, calling your friends and telling them your plans. I feel like, yeah, accountability is the thing that I'm missing from my own life right now, which is partially why I do these lives is so that I'm held accountable. Like I am really working the whole 20 minutes. I feel very like it's kind of like going to the library in college and just being like, I feel watched in like a positive way. Um, but I have so much to do in terms of marketing, like, I have not been doing any marketing. I have not been keeping up on my social media stuff for my businesses. I've been keeping up on my social media stuff for my personal stuff, which is fine. Again, shit happens. I just gotta get back to it. But I have to, like, come up with some video ideas, make some scripts, write some bullet points, like, think about hooks. Like, I have to actually take this seriously. I can't keep winging it because 'cause I'm not winging it. Um but it's good. It's good. I hope everyone is feeling productive and good and proud of themselves for showing up and doing stuff because you should. It's really hard to do anything these days. And so like it's good. It's good to try. And even if it's not perfect, and even if you have to go back and redo it, and even if this is your third iteration of it, it's okay. It's okay that this email isn't perfect. I'm gonna make it better right now. And I'm gonna use a bunch of my past work to make my present and future work easier for myself because that's what I'm allowed to do. It's not you can't play, you know? So I'm excited. I'm gonna try really hard. My brain feels kind of all over the place. So if that's true, I'm gonna take a minute and like write more stuff by hand, get back in the swing of things. I wish I had 9 Diet Cokes right now, but we will make do with what we have. Okay, here we go. 20 more minutes, and then we get a 10-minute break, and that'll be really fun.
Just making sure. I think I have a meeting that day. Yeah. Anyway, for 7th. That's pretty soon. Yeah, fuck it. Hmm. Interesting. Also interesting. Turning inside out, yeah. Floating around in ecstasy. So
Break time. Good job. And it's long break. You can do whatever you want during this break. Okay. That means that we have officially done 20, 40, 60, a little over an hour's worth of work if you've been working with me the whole time. Um, I need to stop singing Queen under my breath while I do stuff, but that's okay. Uh, okay, it's 6:30. I need to figure out like what I want to have done by the end of this so that I can feel good tonight and tomorrow. I am going to finish I think I'm going to maybe do some marketing planning and then like make some marketing materials. I don't need to fix everything that's like a big major project right now, but I do just need to like get the word out that we have products for sale. That's important to both me and other people. So I need to do that. I need to announce that I'm doing a 2-hour workshop. I need to make sure that I have everything like good and ready to go for that. But I think that'll be a good one. I think that'll be fun. I want to write an events email, maybe to send out Monday. That'll have that information with it. And I should come up with some more April things to do as well. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. But yeah, I'm excited. I started reading my friend's writing, and it's really good so far. And I'm just like trying to give nice feedback. But I think that's like a nice. I don't know. I've felt bad not doing it, so I'm glad that I'm starting to do it now. Am I doing it to avoid other things? Yeah. So I should probably not do that. Um, I like I think it's really hard for me when I feel like I owe people things to like not just focus on doing them. That is also like not actually that helpful. Um but yeah, I think with my friends writing in writing feedback, I really only want to give like helpful, constructive things. She's so new to it. I don't want to give like line edits or like, what are you doing here? I think like that's a conversation I want to have in person, because like she's doing some very classic, and I don't mean this condescendingly. I mean this like completely sincerely. She's doing some pretty classic early writer stuff of like not knowing how to like address the audience versus just like writing to write stuff. So I want to have a conversation with her about like what's motivating this choice and like how to do it stylistically so that it doesn't take people out of it really. Um, but it's so funny because like I used to do some of the stuff that she's doing in here. Um, and I can just tell that like the reasons I don't anymore are to do with like my evolution of style and sense of like strength as a writer. And it's just interesting to read somebody's like really early writing. Like I'm also very like I think it's like incredibly brave to show people you're writing. And I think I've been an ass for not like following up faster about it because it's so nerve wracking when you're like, oh, they must hate it. And I don't. I really, really don't. I would tell her if I did, and I don't. Um, I think I am gonna switch out this candle. Because honestly, my head kind of hurts. Um, do I need to have a candle? No. Do I love to have a candle? Yes. um, but yeah, it'll be good. If you're here and you're working on stuff, let me know what you're working on. Because I think that's fun. I think it's fun to know and to support each other. Um, yeah, I need to work on my Substack. I need to figure out what the 7 days of effort even are. I was in bed until like 12:30 today. It's been like a rough day. And so this is really helpful. And I feel better and more productive doing this stuff, even if I'm like overwhelmed. Being overwhelmed is good. Um, ooh, nice. What's your podcast episode on? I also need to work on my podcast. I should have 2 podcasts that I put out weekly, and I have no podcast that I put out weekly right now. But the Meeting Medic should be its own podcast about meeting stuff. And that would be a good way to like grow the brand, grow the business, and I can yap for 10 or 20 minutes about whatever it is. And I've been meaning to do that for a long time, especially because it's on Substack and like for all that Substack is bad, it has incredible infrastructure for like podcasts. Um so oh nice. Cool. That's so fun. I feel like it's always interesting to me when I'm listening to certain podcasts and like all of a sudden, um, what was I about to say? All of a sudden they start getting really nerdy about comic books, especially comic books from the night, and like having like specific like episode like titles and numbers that they can refer to the issues by and stuff. It's always fun. I had a guy in college. I I had a guy in college who was hitting on me and my friend all night. We couldn't tell if it was because he couldn't tell us apart because we were both fat girls, but like we look like our bodies are completely different. And I ended up talking to him for a while about Spider-Man. I don't know how. I don't know that much about Spider-Man, but I was reading a lot of Avengers fic at the time, so I knew a lot about like Hawkeye. So like we ended up talking about it and he was like he invited me back to his apartment. My friend came with and then he took out a bunch of his comics and my friend at that point was on the bed and like he started talking to her as if she was me and I was like I don't think this guy has any clue that he brought two girls back to his apartment. Like I don't know what's happening with this man. I don't know what he thinks we're about to do, but Alice was just like I didn't mean to say her name. It was very funny. And then for the rest of the year he thought he hooked up with me, and he didn't, and he told one of my friends that we did, and that friend was someone who had like a long I had like a standoff in college with one of my friends who we were definitely like into each other, but like he wouldn't admit it for like social reasons. So he would hit on me all the time and like we'd hang out all the time and almost hook up and he would like pin me against pool table. Like it was very like classic man attracted to fat girl behavior of just like I can't admit this to myself or to my friends, but I'm still going to have a ton of sexual tension with you. Anyway, this is just a rant about my friend from college who was kind of an ass to me for years on end. But he would like go on like the craziest stuff to me is like looking back and being like, oh my God, that's what was happening. Like at one point he came over to my apartment. I live downtown, like on the main strip. And he was like, yeah, you should come get pizza with me and this person I'm hanging out with. And I was like, oh, what? Okay. And then I went downstairs and I realized he was on a date and he made me go on the date with him. Like, and like the girl's looking at me like, why are you here on my date? And I'm like, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. And then he like hit on it was very weird. Men do such strange things when they're like, "Oh, I like someone that it's not socially acceptable for me to like. I've got to like torture everyone in proximity to me about this." I went out to like dinner. Like he brought me out to dinner with his parents and like it was a very like they had heard about me. Like it was a very weird situation where I was like, his parents think we're dating. Like, and his mom was very like effusively complimentary. It was very funny. Oh, college, what a time. And then I graduated early. And then he went to grad school in Scotland. And everybody who and we had like a friendship breakup senior year because I was like, you're being very weird to me and very rude, honestly, about this whole like liking me thing. You're treating me terribly. Um, and he was like kind of obsessed with, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when somebody's just like obsessed with you and at first it's flattering and then it's unhealthy. He ended up going to grad school. I think it wasn't in Scotland, it was in Wales. Sorry to misidentify. He ended up going to grad school over there, and it was just very funny because like everybody emailed me and was like, "Did you see that he's like single white femaling here?" Like, because I'm from Ireland, and I was like, "It's a different country, but also it is a little weird." Like, I am sorry that you feel like you missed out on the college experience due to COVID. I feel like my personal college experience, like at college, was awful. I was miserable. I did not enjoy it. This was one of my best friends and he treated me terribly the whole time we were friends, basically. But what did happen for me in college is I moved to New York City and met my best friend and all of this. So like I left college early so that I could move to New York faster. And in the time between me moving to New York for one summer and having the best summer of my life and like feeling like I had found all these people that I was like meant to be around, my friend dated a con man who ruined all of our lives. And by the time I graduated early to move back down, no one was speaking to each other. So like there's no such thing as a typical college experience. And everybody's got some weird shit that happens. And I'm sorry, COVID definitely is like a tough thing to deal with in terms of experience stuff, but there's no guarantee, and you can still have a lot of those cool experiences at different times in your life, and I hope you do. Yeah, it was wild when COVID hit the city. My friend had to like go get some interns' keys or whatever, and it was just like the mass exodus of like suburban parents pulling up in order to get their kids out of the city was like fucking wild. But yeah, I think I don't think we dealt or grieved the experiences we were robbed of from that time, and I think it's really important to. And also I think college for me was something that I was like, I'm so excited. It's going to be a bunch of people who really want to be there and who want to learn and have the same interest as me and all of this stuff. And then I got there and I was like, oh my God, everybody's so insecure. They're nightmare monsters. It felt like like I had a very middle school-esque college experience. And I found that really fascinating because I had such a cool high school experience despite having a bunch of like people from, you know what I mean? Like anyway, time to do work. Okay. We're going to do another round. 20 minutes of work, 5 minutes of breaks. It's going to be great. I believe in everyone. Okay. Let's go. I am the law of gravity.
just the whole scene? Jeez.
The recipe was for 8, so no.
Break time. We did it. Congratulations, everyone. Another 20 minutes of work. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta sprinkle in cleaning up your heated rivalry clips in order to make yourself feel alive. It is almost 7, and I do need to eat dinner. um, so I may wrap up this round after this break. Sorry to do that kind of suddenly, but we have been going for quite a while. So I'm gonna wrap up, I think, and um, I might be back later. Honestly, I kind of want to film some videos and see how that goes and like do some short form. I tend to not do the things I'm supposed like the whole point of me getting more comfortable on video was so that I was more comfortable promoting my business, and then I just like always fail to promote my business because it turns out I am very comfortable on camera when I'm not selling stuff. And the thing is, I believe in the stuff I'm selling, not only because I design it and make it and like see I have the whole process under me, but also because like I know it's actually helpful when people use it. So I really just need to get over my fear of being a salesperson, because I'm not doing anything to harm anyone. I try to be really equitable in like pricing and things like that. So that's exciting. I'm gonna host like a 2-hour workshop in April and see how that goes. I might end up scheduling that one towards the end of April. I have it currently scheduled for the beginning, but I actually think having it later in the month is probably good, and maybe doing like a quick workshop again in the beginning of the month would be good as well. And I can always run workshops that I've already run, which is another thing for me to remember. I don't know what I want to do for dinner. I have no food in the house, and that's been my excuse to order. And I also need to I need to pick up weed. So much to do. Maybe I really wish the place that was by me did not have $19 banh mi's. Because I would love a banh mi. That was the best part of living in Portland, is I lived by a place that had literally their vegetarian banh mi was like $2.50. It was like $2.50. It was incredible. They made their bread fresh there every single day. That house was like kind of a nightmare, kind of a dream. um yeah, the first year in Portland was interesting. I had the worst job but the best apartment. Um and then I spent too long in Portland. Hi, Weem, but I got Weem out of it, so um, can't can't complain. Yeah, thankfully the weed store is only like a block away from my apartment. It's like across from my favorite deli, and they've like upped their selection recently, so that's good. I need both flower and cartridges. Um, I was in the Oregon, Portland. I didn't like it. Anytime I mention Portland online, I get so many comments being like, "Oh my God, Portland!" And I'm like, "You're not gonna like my opinions about Portland." I did not like living on the West Coast. Turns out, not for me. Not for me. I need East Coast sensibilities. It turns out, like if I know I sound like this, but I'm not American, and if I was ever to live anywhere else, it would be in Europe. I don't think I will live anywhere in America besides New York City again. I've tried a few places and they're not for me. I love New York City. I love New York City the most out of anywhere I've ever been. I'm so lucky to live here. I love living here. I feel really grateful to like be where I want to be. And I don't think anywhere else in America is somewhere I want to live. And like I have family in different places and stuff, so like I respect it. It's just not for me. But the West Coast was really strange to for me to experience. I did not enjoy it, and I learned a lot. I was in the pet industry, and like that was really cool. I had a lot of cool opportunities. I had a cool job. At the time, I thought I had a cool relationship. It turned out that relationship was slowly eating my desire to live, but that's okay. Sometimes we're trapped in things and we don't know until we're out of them. And sometimes it should be glaringly obvious, but our self-esteem has been worn so thin at that point that we just can't see the other side. And so like, yeah, Portland was a good career move, weirdly enough for me, but a terrible personal move. And when I moved back to New York, I was suddenly like, oh, this is what it means to be happy. So I love New York. New York has saved my life several times. Same goes for college. I fucking hated my life in college. And then I moved to New York City and was like, oh, Things can be incredible if you let them be. And then me and my best friend from high school and our other best friend, who is now my best friend, who I still hang out with like every day, we got coordinated tattoos, not matching tattoos, coordinated tattoos, because we lived off the J train. And that was really great and fun. And then my best friend from high school started dating a con man who ruined all of our lives. And so by the time I was back and ready to move in with everybody, everybody had moved out of that apartment because the con man had ruined our lives. And then my two best friends, my best friend from high school and our other best friend, were no longer speaking to each other. And then my best friend from high school was lying to me. So I felt insecure about that. And so I moved to Portland with my other best friend because we just like couldn't really live in New York City anymore. Like everybody who was affected by that con man kind of went on like a mass exodus out of the city. Like some people moved back to Texas, California, like wherever, but nobody stayed. And then, you know, it took her 2 years to move back. It took me 4. But we're still best friends. We live 8 minutes apart. It's really great. It's my favorite feature of being an adult is that my best friend lives really close to me. And we get to hang out as much as we want to. So that's cool. That's cool and chill and fun. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm gonna film some fucking videos, maybe. I should start posting again on the meeting medic instead of Oh Hi Claire with the journaling and stuff, and keep Oh Hi Claire to like just be, I don't know. I don't know. Some people like it. I don't. I know the rules. I know like how I should be engaging with this stuff, and yet still I don't want to. So that's always fun. Okay. I'm so bad at actually signing off.